I'm going straight across to Piyush Mishra, getting in more details on that story. Piyush, it's very clear as far as India's own position is concerned, isn't it? That we aren't looking at, doing away with the kind of steps that we had taken immediately after Pahalgam. This includes, keeping the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance. It also includes economic strikes against Pakistan, the kind of pressure that we built over the last 20, 25 days or so. That pressure is going to stay on the country. What only changes is that there will be no military action initiated by India. That's what ceasefire means for us.
And that is also not permanent, Sneha. What we are now learning from our sources is that, it was only an understanding after the Pakistan DGMO called up Indian DGMO and requested for ceasefire yesterday at 3:35 p.m. One thing is very clear. We have heard from our sources within the government that the kind of diplomatic actions those were taken against Pakistan, there is no second thought on that. There is not even discussion on that within the government functionary. So the Indus Water Treaty will continue to remain in abeyance. The decision of sending all Pakistanis back to their country will continue. No Pakistani will be allowed in the nation. All the visas those were cancelled. There will be no rethink on that. So the diplomatic actions those were taken, all these things will continue to remain in place. Only and only ceasefire was announced because Pakistan had requested. And why Pakistan? We agreed to the Pakistan's request, Sneha, because we never wanted escalation. We were only, reacting back to the provocation of Pakistan, and our reaction was also measured non-escalatory, and that is why we made it very clear that we do not want to attack any military installations like Pakistan was doing. So one thing is clear, that there is no rethink on the diplomatic strike which India did on Pakistan. All the actions those were taken on the very next day after the CCS meet of Pahalgam terror attack will remain in place. And even if there is a discussion on or if there is some sort of agreement on Indus Water Treaty to happen in the future, that will happen only and only on India's own conditions.
Well, absolutely. Be with us, Piyush. I'll come back to you again in a moment from now to tell our viewers a little about how this ceasefire is actually a historic achievement in whichever way you look at it. India destroyed terrorist infrastructure deep inside Pakistan, talking a little about the success of Operation Sindoor. India became the world's first country to undertake strikes on a nuclear state. Surgical strikes in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to strikes in Pakistan, Punjab. India enhanced retaliation against terror. 9 terror hubs linked to Hafizite and Al-Qaeda were destroyed in Operation Sindoor over a period of days. Message of India's missile strike that Pakistan's army's jugular vein is no longer invulnerable. Precision targeting of terror infrastructure was widely appreciated. Pahalgam terror attack was avenged. Not just that, 26/11 in 2001, Parliament attack perpetrators were also brought to justice. Pakistan fired drones and missiles at India, though, in a pre-dawn strike. India's 26 strategic and military facilities were on target. In retaliation, India successfully struck 6 key Pakistani air bases, inflicting heavy damage on military installations. A total of 8 military bases in Pakistan has been destroyed by India, one of the key reasons why Islamabad sought truce. Take a look.
Hours before the ceasefire on Saturday, India carried out precision strikes at 11 military targets of Pakistan. The Indian strike was in retaliation to another round of aerial attacks by Pakistan. In an assault that started on Friday night, Pakistani forces used drones, long-range missiles and fighter jets to target 26 locations, including key Indian air bases. In a grave escalation, Pakistan also used Fatah-1 missiles. Indian air defense system thwarted most of these attempts. Pakistan also resorted to firing across the border using heavy caliber weapons.
Pakistan employed UCAV, drones, long-range weapons, loitering munitions and fighter aircrafts to target civilian areas and military infrastructure. Pakistan military also resorted to air intrusions using drones and firing of heavy caliber weapons along the line of control.
In a befitting and calibrated response, India carried out precision strikes at 8 military targets of Pakistan. The strikes were carried out on technical installations, command and control centers, radar sites and weapons arsenal of Pakistan. The locations targeted by India include Noor Khan Air Base in Rawalpindi, Rahim Yar Khan Air Base, Joint Staff Headquarters in Chaklala, Sukur Air Base, Pasroor Radar Site, Sialkot Aviation Base, military installations in Rafiki, Murid and Chunia. Indian attack inflicted damage on 4 air bases. These are Noor Khan in Rawalpindi that houses IL-78 refueler and Hercules, Rahim Yar Khan which has JF-17s, Rafiki Air Base which also houses JF-17 aircraft, and Murid Air Base where fleets of unmanned drones are kept.
रफीकी, मुरीद, चकलाला, रहमियार खान, सुकूर और चुनिया स्थित पाक के सैन्य ठिकानों पर एयर लॉन्च सटीक हथियारों व लड़ाकू जेट से प्रहार किए गए। पसरूर स्थित रडार साइट और सियालकोट का एविएशन बेस भी प्रिसीजन एम्यूनिशन से टारगेट किए गए। इन कार्रवाइयों के दौरान भारत ने कम से कम कोलैटरल डैमेज की क्षति सुनिश्चित की।
India and Pakistan had seemed to be climbing up the escalatory ladder in a dramatic fashion when the ceasefire was announced in an equally dramatic manner Saturday evening. Bureau Report, India Today.